You wake up and something feels wrong. The light outside looks dim, like the sun is struggling to break through a dirty sky. The air feels heavy in your chest, dry and bitter with every breath. At first, it seems like a distant storm, maybe a fire somewhere far away. Hours pass. The sky grows darker. Fine gray dust begins to fall, covering your skin, your hands, the ground beneath your feet. You look up and realize this isn't weather. Somewhere on Earth, something has already happened. Something so powerful that it changed the entire planet in a single moment. And from this point on, survival becomes a race. Even hundreds of kilometers away, the effects arrived quickly. The ground trembled with deep, rolling vibrations that didn't stop. The sky darkened as ash spread outward, carried by powerful winds. At first, the falling ash looked almost harmless, like soft gray snow. Within minutes, breathing became difficult. Each inhale pulled tiny particles into your lungs, scratching your throat and making every breath painful. Visibility dropped. The world turned into shadows and silhouettes. Water sources became contaminated. Every surface collected a layer of dust that grew thicker with time. People would have tried to wait it out, to stay still, to hope it would pass. Days turned into weeks, and the sky never truly cleared. Sunlight struggled to reach the surface. The world took on a dim, cold tone, as if the planet itself was losing energy. This marked the beginning of a global volcanic winter. Temperatures dropped across the Earth. Plants began to die as sunlight became scarce. Entire ecosystems started collapsing. Food became harder to find with each passing day. Hunting brought little success. The animals that survived the initial disaster were weak and scattered. Gathering plants became almost impossible. Every step outside meant exposure to ash-filled air that irritated your lungs and eyes. Life slowed down, then it began to disappear. Weeks stretched into months, and the cold settled deeper into the environment. The ground hardened. Water sources became unreliable. The landscape turned gray and lifeless. Survival required constant movement and constant effort. Energy became the most valuable resource. Walking long distances in search of food drained strength faster than it could be replaced. Each failed attempt to find something to eat made the next attempt harder. The body began to weaken. Muscles lost strength. Reactions slowed. The ability to think clearly faded under constant hunger and exhaustion. The world grew quieter. Fewer animals, fewer signs of life. Only wind moving across ash-covered land. The aftermath of the Toba supereruption brought humanity closer to extinction than almost any other moment in history. Scientists believe that the global population dropped to only a few thousand individuals. Small, scattered groups struggled to survive in isolated regions where conditions remained slightly more stable. Every decision mattered. Where to move, what to eat, when to rest. One mistake could end everything. Entire groups disappeared over time, leaving only a handful of survivors. Modern life depends on stable systems, reliable food sources, predictable weather, clean air. During this event, all of that disappeared. Survival demanded constant adaptation in an environment that kept getting worse. Cold temperatures reduced energy. Limited food weakened the body. Ash-filled air damaged the lungs over time. Every challenge stacked on top of the next. There was no single moment of failure, only a slow decline. Strength fading, movement slowing, options disappearing one by one. The eruption changed the course of human history. A small number of people endured conditions that pushed survival to its limits. Their ability to continue shaped everything that came after. Every person alive today traces back to those who made it through that period. A different outcome would have meant the end of the story before it truly began. And in a world covered in ash, with fading light and empty land, survival required more than strength. It required a level of